Hello everyone, I recommend a movie every day. If you like it, you can follow me. Today, I am sharing Rush Hour starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. This is a classic action comedy released in 1998. Director Brett Ratner skillfully combines thrilling action scenes with humorous plots. This made the film a box office hit that year. The story revolves around two policemen with very different personalities working together to rescue a kidnapped little girl. There are constant jokes and thrills in the process. Let us review the wonderful plot of this movie. At the beginning of the story, we came to the bustling streets of Hong Kong. Inspector Lee, played by Jackie Chan, is preparing to carry out an important arrest operation. He was brave and agile, and after a fierce fight, he successfully arrested the villain Zhou Yongcheng. A large number of smuggled cultural relics were seized. However, this is only the beginning of the story. Meanwhile, Ambassador Han is leaving his post and returning to the United States. He expressed his gratitude to Inspector Lee at the farewell dinner. Soon after, Ambassador Han returned to Los Angeles to take up the post of Chinese Consul General to the United States. However, something unfortunate happened. His daughter Su Ying was kidnapped by a mysterious person on her way to school. Ambassador Han was extremely worried and contacted Inspector Lee immediately. I hope he can fly to Los Angeles to assist in the investigation.
Plenty of people on the case.
Mr. West, I am not an American. My daughter, she is not an American.
I understand that, sir, but
He's already on the plane. I trust you will treat him with the same courtesy as you have shown me.
But in order to maintain control, the FBI decided to send a less important Los Angeles police officer to deal with Inspector Lee. This person is James Carter, played by Chris Tucker.
FBI want me?
That's right.
Carter is a Los Angeles police officer who is full of confidence and likes to fight alone.
No disrespect, sir, but he's only gonna get in my way. I'm not used to having a partner. And I'm gonna handle the situation for you. I'm gonna have to work
Carter,
alone.
he is the situation.
We must be a misunderstanding. I would sit down here for the big case, for the kidnapping, the little girl.
Not get the little girl. Your assignment is Lee.
Who is Lee and what kind of assignment is that?
Lee is a foreign detective. He's a personal friend of the consul's. Now, it's your job to...
His mission is to ensure that Inspector Lee does not interfere with the FBI investigation.
Yeah, I understand you want me to babysit somebody, but I don't do that. I came down here for the big
Truth
assignment.
is, this is an FBI operation, and I don't need any help from the LAPD or some Chungking cop. Got it?
Whoa. Why didn't y'all put one of your own men on this top priority case? What the hell I supposed to do with him? Take him to the zoo?
I don't give a damn. I just don't want to see him or you until this thing is resolved. Now, his plane arrives in an hour. We want to make a good impression, Carter. It's his first trip to America.
Carter took on the task nonchalantly. But when he met Inspector Lee, he found that he not only did not speak English, but was also very stubborn. The huge differences in language and culture between the two led to many funny misunderstandings and conflicts.
I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English?
At the airport, Carter tried to communicate with Inspector Lee by speaking loudly and making exaggerated gestures. The result was embarrassing for both parties. Despite this, Inspector Lee's professionalism and ability quickly won Carter's respect. Inspector Lee relied on his rich experience accumulated in Hong Kong, found a lot of details and clues that were overlooked by the FBI. The two decided to go it alone and start their own investigation journey. In the process of investigating the kidnapping case, they discovered that a huge criminal group was involved in the case. The group is involved in more than just kidnapping. It also involves a lot of stolen money transactions and gang infighting.
Powerful crime lord in Southeast Asia. British tried to close down his operation, but
But why the consul's daughter?
Detective Inspector Lee helped me raid every known asset of Gentile's operation. We confiscated millions in weapons, cash, collection of Chinese art that was unsurpassed.
then Juntao disappeared. No witnesses.
The two tracked along the way and encountered various dangers and obstacles. For example, in an abandoned warehouse, Inspector Lee and Carter fought a life and death struggle with a group of heavily armed gangsters. Inspector Lee's kung fu and Carter's would work well together and finally successfully repelled the enemy. At the climax of the story, the two track down a luxurious auction. This is where the criminal gangs conduct transactions of stolen money. Inspector Lee and Carter sneak into the venue, disguised as waiters. After an intense undercover operation, they discovered Su Ying's hiding place. At this time, Ambassador Han also rushed to the scene. He was held hostage by the criminals, and the situation was extremely critical. At this critical juncture, Inspector Lee and Carter jointly launched an attack. Inspector Lee demonstrated his superb martial arts skills and defeated his enemies one by one. Carter used his intelligence and sense of humor to distract his enemies.
I got your bomb right here.
In the end, they successfully rescued Su Ying and revealed the true identity of the manipulator behind the scenes. At the end of the film, Inspector Lee and Carter said goodbye reluctantly at the airport. Carter decided to fly back to Hong Kong with Inspector Lee to start a new adventure. Inspector Lee is also full of expectations for Carter, his new friend. The two embarked on a new journey while playing around. Rush Hour is known for its compact plot and exciting action scenes. The perfect chemistry between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. It has become a classic action comedy. The film was not only a huge box office success, it also spawned two sequels, loved by audiences around the world. I hope that everyone can feel the unique charm of action and humor through this movie.
What is this shit about your daughter?